AFTV, James, is very, very poor today, wasn't it?
Yeah, shocking. I don't know how I feel about this. I'll tell you why, because I'm with you. This is a massive game. You take every game as seriously, and whether you got something to play for in the league or not, every single game there's pride on the line, there's rivalry, there's you think, obviously, with the tragic news earlier in the week, we were at a super fan debate, and you think how feisty and lively that gets with rival fans and stuff. And, it's like the players didn't really know that was...
From minute 1 to minute 90, I saw nothing from Arsenal.
Yeah, I agree. I saw
I can't
nothing.
believe it in such a big game.
Well, this is going to be a predominantly, very negative interview. So I'll start with the positives, which are, I thought Partey was very good. And the reason I'm happy about that is because he'd been a bit iffy the last few weeks. I know he did well against West Ham, but there were some sloppy moments. Thought today he was actually just good throughout. Happy with that. Gabriel, till his mistakes, and there were mistakes in there. But I thought he had a really good game up to the 70th minute.
Yeah, up until then. But then after that, he's absolutely dreadful.
He was. But as
third goal, what was he doing on that?
Yeah. But as I was saying to Kelechi, and I'm not excusing the errors, but when you're playing that well in a 90-minute game, you're going to make mistakes somewhere. Maybe not ones as costly as that, but sometimes the ball's not going to drop for you, or something's going to go wrong, and you hope that your centre-back partner is going to bail you out, or your goalkeeper, and they didn't. He was carrying. I thought Leno had some all right moments, but shocking on the second goal, Holding shocking on the first. And where else? Should we go into the negatives? There's plenty of them.
I thought those were the negatives. I mean, everything's negative today.
No, I think
every single thing about that performance.
I think you got to look at Arteta today, and I'll touch on the fact that I still back this manager. And people think I'm crazy. I heard Troops' interview, I heard others, and do you know? I do sympathise with those who are done with this manager. I do. I understand where it's coming from. I can't sit here with my chest out when we're ninth and say, no, this guy's the answer. But there's still, I don't know how to explain it. There's still something I see, and maybe it's just good PR. Maybe it's just good interviews after a game. But Partey and Gabriel were his signings, and I want more of them. The players he's put a lot of stock in, Saka, Smith Rowe, Tierney. I like that. I like what I'm seeing from them. There's also been players he's given contracts to, I'm not sure about, but I still back the manager. But today, he got a lot wrong. I think we've seen that this Laka, Pepe, Oba front three doesn't really work. Yes, we won the FA Cup, but we were playing on the counter-attack really deep with the back three, and I think we kind of just got by a little bit with that. Today it didn't work. Aubameyang looks lost on left. I feel like it's a bit of a cop-out trying to play Oba and Laka in the same team. Just pick your striker. And by the way, every week when me and you pick our 11s, we pick our striker. How often are we shoving Aubameyang out on the left? We're saying, I wanted Aubameyang to exploit Liverpool's sort of lack of pace at the back and their high press. How can I know that? And I'm not saying that would have made anything any different. I just think you need to get... I didn't know what the game plan was today. Were we sitting back? Because a lot of people were saying that we were negative today, but I'm not even sure that was intentional. Because we didn't look like a really deep block, did we? We looked like actually Liverpool were just outclassing us. I've got a lot of questions about it. I don't know. Normally I'll come in, I'll try and offer some sort of insight, but I don't know how to take this one today, Robbie.
He's got to win the Europa League now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He has to, really. I mean, now, top four finish, and I feel top six are almost out of the question.
Yeah.
It would take us to go on an unbelievable run and loads of teams around us to absolutely fall apart, and I don't think that's going to happen. He has to win the Europa League, and when you see performances like today, I'm not sure we play like that with no chance. No chance at all with that sort of defending, and that defending that we saw today, we've been seeing a lot recently.
Yeah, I mean, when you ship 3 goals against West Ham and then 3 goals again today, that's slightly worrying. Then you obviously got the Olympiacos defeat at home, which was just before that, and I was really worried after that performance. I thought this looked really sloppy. So he does have to win the Europa League, I think, to really start gaining credibility from the fans. Otherwise, if you go from 8th to 9th or 8th to 10th, and no silverware and nothing else to really grab hold to, that gets worrying. And then what, you're talking about another year outside of Europe, another year without a real budget? Because I think this is what people forget, is that we need to be climbing the table. We need to be getting Champions League football, because otherwise Arteta won't get the money he needs to get the players he wants, to play the kind of football he wants. It's all part of the cycle. Sorry, Robbie, this might be the worst fan cam I've ever given you, because I genuinely am a bit lost today. I really don't know where it went wrong. Partly attitude, partly 11, and that's a manager thing. Injuries played a part, but I don't really want to give them that excuse because it was so bad today. Turkish made a good point, right? I think if we turned up and we gave it a go, and then you know what, they scored and then it kind of just fizzled out, I'd say they're still the champions. They can do that. But no, we were crap from minute one. So yeah, and then just lastly, I know obviously there was a really sad news this week. I should say I never got the pleasure of meeting Claude. Real shame I didn't, but everyone spoke so glowingly about him. And you know, there's bigger things than football. But you know, I'm just glad that you guys are doing all right, and the rest of the team are doing all right, and everyone said some really beautiful things. So yeah, it's been a tough week, and it's ended pretty miserably. But we go again next week.